Well, hello class. Here we are in chapter 2. And in this particular chapter, we are going to be going through the global and cultural context. And the chapter is going to consider the cultural context of leadership at the national, small group, and also organizational levels. So after defining culture, there are going to be 4 models of national culture that we're going to present. The first one is going to be Hall's high and low context culture, then Hofstede's 5 dimensions, and then, if you could say this, Trumpeter's dimensions, and the global leadership and organizational behavior effectiveness, which we refer to as GLOB or Globe Research. So the impact of group culture in terms of gender and diversity are going to be considered here. And the causes and solutions to leadership differences based on gender and other small groups are going to be presented. So the concepts of developing a cultural mindset are going to be presented to provide leaders and organizations as a certain way of managing diversity. So, some of the objectives of this chapter are going to be to define culture and its 3 levels and explain the role culture plays in leadership. The other objective is going to be to apply Hall's model of national culture to different types of leadership situations. Then we're going to get into applying Hofstede's model of national culture to leadership situations. So then we're going to do the same with Trumpeter's model of national culture to different leadership situations. And then we're going to apply the Globe, GLOB model of national culture to different leadership situations, and then identify the impact of gender on leadership. So these are kind of the objectives of this chapter, and we're looking to actually go toward what we call a cultural mindset. So essentially here we want to present the steps organizations can take to becoming more multicultural. So that's kind of the overview of this chapter. And now I'm going to be putting up some YouTube videos and some lecture notes for you to view. And what I am also going to do is I'm going to be putting up the interview I had with Jillian DeStefano, who was the prior general manager to Nathan Treat that you saw yesterday in the first video interview that I did. I think you will see how successorship builds into where Jillian was coming from when she was training Nathan. Some really good stuff in there, and you could see how a lot of her had rubbed off on Nathan in preserving that culture at Elite Health and Fitness. Okay, that's it for now.